Accurate psychic readings, what to know before consulting a psychic. Humans have been fascinated by the spiritual realm for centuries. Being able to predict your future can enlighten you on how to act now and what to prepare for. However, not all psychics are authentic. There are likely hundreds of authentic psychics in America and just as many fakes. If you aren't knowledgeable, you might end up paying for less than accurate psychic readings. Before you spend your money on getting a reading, do some research. Here are 5 things you need to know before consulting a psychic. 1. There are lots of fakes. Unfortunately, some con people pretend to be psychics so they can take your money. They know that there are plenty of Americans in search of psychic services. Price isn't always a sign of real or fake services. Often, fraudulent psychics will inflate their prices and have lots of upsells to offer you. Sometimes, a free psychic reading could be more authentic. 2. Not all psychics are the same. The term psychic applies to people with a range of psychic abilities. Mediums are psychics that can communicate with spirits in the afterlife. Some psychics have skills like clairvoyance, precognition, divination, dowsing, and more. It's important to understand what you're hoping to gain from a psychic reading. Then, you can choose a psychic with the abilities your goal requires. 3. Ask the right questions. People often make the mistake of asking direct, specific questions to psychics. This is under the assumption that psychics can search through a spiritual database and find the correct answer. Psychics are more like vessels that the spiritual realm can communicate to us through. They have very little control over what information they are shown or told. Instead, ask questions that inform you on how to move forward. Like, what am I doing wrong right now, and how can I find my purpose? 4. Prepare to listen. There are 2 reasons your psychic should do most of the talking during a session. First, a fraud will want you to keep talking so they can learn more about you. They'll use the information you share to cultivate a believable reading. Second, constant talking will irritate an authentic psychic who is trying to focus on their senses. If your psychic has questions for you, they'll ask. Before you share, ask the psychic if it's okay for you to elaborate. 5. Allow yourself time to process. It's common for some answers during your reading not to make sense at the moment. Don't write off the entire reading yet, though. There's a condition in the psychic industry called psychic amnesia, in which the client can't recognize what the psychic is seeing or hearing. For days, weeks, and even months after your reading, your brain could be processing the information. Something that didn't make sense during the reading could suddenly click later. Interested in getting accurate psychic readings? There is ample anecdotal evidence supporting the authenticity of psychic abilities. However, there are also plenty of scammers looking to steal your money. Use the tips above to ensure you get accurate psychic readings. Then, check out the news section for the latest fraudulent psychic schemes reported.